Welcoming guys to a recap every single NFL team for the 2021 season. We're back in the AFC East for the New England Patriots. Now, there was always going to be that long transition in New England of who was going to be the quarterback that you could build the team around. Especially that you had Tom Brady for over 2 decades, and a lot of Patriots fans were spoiled with all the great championships that him and Belichick and the dynasty that they created in New England. So after he left, there was a big hole in that quarterback position. But 2021, you found a dude. You found Mac Jones. You got him at 15 overall. Um, and in his rookie season, I'm going to talk about his stats in a minute. You ended the season with 10-7. You had 10-7 wins. Points for you had 462 points, 6 out of 32. Then points against, it was you was second out of 32. 303 points, and then you're second out of 32 again points against. You have a 7-game winning streak, and then this winning streak has teams like the Bills, a divisional rival, the Titans, Chargers. So these are teams like this winning streak isn't like losing against bad teams. This is against some divisional rivals and teams that was going into the playoffs, especially Titans and Bills. Then you're 9-4 going into the bye week. After that 7-game winning streak going from October to December. Then I'm going to talk about the passing stats for Mac Jones. He started up 17 games, played 17 games, started 17 games, completion of 352. He had attempts of 521, 3,180 yards. Jacob Myers had 17 games, 16 starts, 2 completions, 2 attempts, and 45 yards. Kendrick Bourne had 17 games, 5 starts, 101 completions, 1 attempt, and 22 yards, 1 touchdown. Mac Jones got 22 touchdowns in his rookie season. Rushing and receiving, we had Damien Hale. He's played 15, started 15, attempts of 22, yards of 929, 15 touchdowns. Brandon Bowden, who had 17 games, only 1 start, 44 attempts, 226 yards, and 1 touchdown. And then you look at the free agents that they let go, which was J.C. Jackson. He went to J.C. Jackson left. Malcolm Butler came back to New England after he got the first time returning back to New England. Then you bring in Ty Montgomery, the wide receiver, and also that Ty Montgomery he can play that kicking off returner. Gunnar Olszewski, he went to the Steelers, so that was a loss. You got Devontae Parker from the Dolphins. You got Jibril Peppers from the Saints. You got Devontae Park. He can cover those positions in the wide receiver, and help like Nelson and Kendrick and stuff like that on the side of the pockets. Then you had Mac Wilson from the Browns. He had 4 years. 4 years ago, he was traded 5th overall in the 2019 draft. You bring in so that's the signings of they're the signings that you brought in. Then what you really need is Mac Jones had a really good rookie season, and you got to look at it. The Patriots were close to actually going to a Super Bowl, because even I was saying that Bill Belichick could have been Coach of the Year. Now, Coach of the Year obviously is going to be Sean McVay, but he was in contention with that because you look at Bill Belichick, he's got the rookie quarterback in Mac Jones that you can have for the next 10 to 15 years. You've got cap space. You know, much cap space, so you have to do whatever with the cap space. But you need in this draft a wide receiver. I know you've got some wide receivers here in the free agency, but you need some wide receivers in the draft. Somewhere like a Drake London, or you could go for a David Bell or Chris Ajovi or whoever. You need a lot of offensive. You need to work on the offensive line, and then the defense you can work on that later, because we all know in the NFL, offense is the most important thing, and you need to protect Joe Burrow going into 2022 and making sure that he has more, like these wide receivers has more speed on the ball, more they can find the pockets and stuff like that, and they finished second in the AFC East. They go to the wild card with a rookie quarterback. They get their ass destroyed by Brian Dabble, and Brian Dabble's masterminded Bill Belichick, and it was like 17-47, and they finished second with a rookie quarterback. Overall, they've had a good season. 10-7 games. They've had a good season, and if they can get some wide receivers in this draft, offensive linemen, the defense needs work, but defense is secondary, because the important thing is in season 2 you need to protect Mac Jones and give more weapons around him, more youth around him, because the people that you let go, like a J.C. Jackson and such on and such on. So you need an offensive lineman, wide receiver, and an edge rusher and stuff like that. So overall, you guys thoughts on the New England Patriots 2021 season, and peace.